Yo, what is good, YouTube, and welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we're going to be building the best 500,000 MT squad in NBA 2K22 MyTEAM, and this team actually comes in a decent little bit under 500K, which gives you a little bit more flexibility if you're working with 500,000 MT to potentially badge out a couple cards, things like that. And also, one thing to remember when you're looking at a squad like this, there's a lot of elite free cards like Opal Devin Booker, Opal Jason Tatum, Opal DeMar DeRozan, Pink Diamond Jaren Jackson Jr., and DeAndre Ayton, and a lot more cards. Pascal Siakam, Reggie Lewis, Kazi Russell, Dan Issel, etc., etc., etc. Lots of free cards so you can use to supplement this type of lineup, save yourself from some MT, and even improve your squad further. But yeah, before we hop into this video, if you haven't, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 4,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day. I would really appreciate your support if you haven't already, if you do subscribe. Without further ado, let's not waste any time. Let's hop right into it. At the starting PG position, we have, by a relatively significant margin, the most expensive card on this team, and that is Galaxy Opal Jalen Rose. But he's going for a pretty reasonable price right now, so I feel like Jalen Rose fits into this squad really well, and he's a top 2-point guard in my team, in my personal opinion. 6'8" with a 7-foot wingspan, 4 out of 5 hotspots, 15 hops, including a bunch of finishing ones, catch and shoot, corner specialist, hots 100, bailout, bullet, unpluckable, break starter. A lot of good goal badges like quick first step, clamps, interceptor, pick dodger, pogo stick. Does need a rim protector, post lockdown, intimidator, chase down, things like that. But the defensive badges are the main badges to add to this card, maybe limitless, sniper, chef. So there are some shooting and defensive badges to add to this card. You're not going to be able to fully badge him out, but he's still so elite, being 6'8", having really solid all-around defense, decent speed, shooting, dunking, everything about this card. He's just a much better Diamond Penny Hardaway, who I still think is a super solid card, but Jalen Rose's release is much quicker, much easier to green, also has the quick dribble style, profile behind the back. He moves very similar to Penny, and his stats are relatively similar to Penny, but he has much better badges, much better stats, is a much more complete all-around card, and is an elite top 2-point guard in my team, coming in at about 130,000 MT, which, like I said, most expensive player on this team, but he is super elite. Excuse me. At the backup, or at the starting 2, we have Mr. Terry Dishing, who I think is a top 3 shooting guard in my team. 6'7" with a 7'3" wingspan. Hotspots are basically everywhere. 9 hops include posterizer, unstrippable, catch, corner, sniper, quick first step, and intimidator. Another card that's pretty complete, doesn't get limitless. Besides that, can get any key badge basically, like a chef, a quick chain, a rib protector, post lockdown, things like that. Really good perimeter defender and really solid on the interior. Great slasher, athlete, shooter. Rudy Gay base on quick is one of the best jumpers in the game, period. Super easy to green, super quick. Elite dribble sigs as well with the Pro 3 behind the back, the quick dribble style, so he's got great half court and full court sigs. Terry is an incredible 300, incredible slasher, really good defender. Overall, an elite all-around card, and yeah, one of the best shooting guards of my team. Only costs about 49,000 MT, which is just a crazy value for a guy as good as Terry. At the 3, we have Carolinka, who I think is a beast, one of the top 3 ND cards in the game easily. A guy who is mainly an elite defender, 90 plus on every defensive badge. Key defensive badges like clamps, interceptor, chase down, intimidator, pogo stick, ball stripper, menace on Hoff, bullet passer, dimer as well. Comes with every key defensive badge he can add. Really only badges to add to this card are like limitless spot up, and that's about it, to be completely honest. He comes really, really complete. Elite defender, decent dunker, really good shooter as well with base 98. Even on normal, it's relatively quick, really easy to get off, super solid jump shot, really smooth and easy to green as well. He is an elite 3-and-D guy. Probably not going to give you a ton more besides those 2 aspects, but one of the best defensive cards in the game, period. Also an elite catch and shoot shooter. 34,000 MT. AK gives you an incredible value at the 3. At the 4, we have Thurl Bailey, and this time I'm talking about the Opal Thurl Bailey. In a couple of my previous videos, we have put Thurl Bailey in the pink diamond, but with a 500K budget, you can afford the Opal now. 6'11" with a 7-foot wingspan, hotspots from both corners, 15 hops include a lot of finishing badges, quick first step, downhill, clamps, interceptor, intimidator, menace, pogo stick, post lockdown, every key defensive badge. Another card who really is only missing like limitless spot up, and that's about it. Really good defender as well, great slasher, athlete, shooter, has a 6'11" frame as well. He looks a lot like Giannis on the court, plays a lot like Giannis as well, can guard 1 through 5, elite badges, really good shooter, smooth, quick jumper as well. Only flaw about this card, I guess, would be like the power dribble style, but he's not really there to be a creator. He's a pick and pop or pick and roll guy on the offensive end of the court, or stand in the corner, catch and shoot and knock down threes, and be one of the most disruptive and impactful defensive players 1 through 5 in the game. He is about 40-ish thousand MT. Honestly, not that expensive at all. I think 40K for a Galaxy Opal Thurl is just probably the steal of the game right now. The most he's an elite card, borderline the best power forward in my team. You can get him for 40K. That is nuts to me. Definitely a guy who's a must-have on a squad like this. Excuse me, I'm kind of sick. But KP is at the 5. KP was on the 250K squad builder as well, and he is an elite center option. 7'3" with a 7'6" wingspan is elite size. Hotspots from everywhere outside the 3-point line. 10 hops, including mainly shooting badges like catch, corner, deadeye, limitless, and sniper. Solid speed, pretty solid defender as well. And the big thing about this card is the fact that he's 7'3", and that does help these mediocre defense stats play much better. Solid interior defender already as well, and can get a pick dodger. No clamps or chase stunners or quick first step. Those are 3 badges you wish you could get, but he's a solid dunker and an elite shooter. Brook Lopez base is one of the best big man jumpers in the game. Fundamental dribble style as well. If he had quick first step, his movement would be pretty good. Without it, still a really solid big though. The elite size at 7'3" is super valuable as well to guard a guy like Yao Ming, be an elite matcher against smaller centers. Rebound really well, and height is such a big part of defense this year in general that KP for 50K, being one of the best centers in the game, is a super great value for this lineup. So as y'all can see, starting lineup costs about 303,000 MT is the estimate that I have for the starting lineup. So it's definitely a more expensive starting lineup. Bench is a bit more cost effective. Starting off with PG Ben Simmons, who is probably the best defensive point guard in my team. Yeah, even without his Evo, he's a really good defender. Evo gives him half clamps, half menace, which is nice. Slight buff in stats, but really not much of a buff in stats at all. You're only doing it for those couple half badges. But he's 6'11" at PG, an elite defender on both the interior and the perimeter. The biggest flaw with this card is the fact that he can't get any badges because he is an Evo card. No catch, no sniper, no limitless, no handles for days, no rim protector. Those are big flaws for a point guard card, but that being said, at 6'11", he can catch and shoot wide open despite only having a 62 3-pointer. If you are a good shooter, you can green wide open with this Ben Simmons card, and he is an incredible slasher, some of the best dunk animations in the game, and definitely the best defensive point guard in my team. He is right around 48,000 MT, and I think that is worth picking up for a guy as good as Ben Simmons. At the 2, we have Joe Johnson, the better Joe Johnson, which is the signed version, and this Joe Johnson is just, I think he's one of the most underrated shooting guard options in my team right now. Just a really good complete all-around card. Limitless, posterizer, blinders, catch, deadeye, limitless, sniper, quick first step, clamps, menace, and pickpocket. Literally every badge I would say is a really good badge on his Hall of Fame badges. Another card who needs some defensive badges like a rim protector, post lockdown, pick dodger, chase down artist, but with those defensive badges he becomes a complete card. Elite shooter, elite slasher, really good defender, great athleticism. Jump shot 38 on quick is one of the best jumpers in the game, and then the shifted dribble style with solid movement. Overall, a guy who can create his own shot. The biggest flaw with this card is the fact that he only has an 85 stamina. I've mentioned this a couple times before. He does not really play well past about a quarter, so he's a guy you want coming off the bench, playing a quarter, maybe a quarter and a half, and that's about it. But Joe Johnson is a bucket getter who can also defend at a really high level and is a great card for about 40,000 MT. At the 3, we have Kawhi Leonard, who is definitely going to be your lock off the bench. I like how we have a starting lineup lock in AK and a bench lock in Kawhi. Two guys who are among the top on-ball defenders in the game currently, and also can shoot the 3-pointer at an elite level. 6'7" with a 7'3" wingspan, 9 hops, include quick first step as well as ankle braces, ball stripper, clamps, interceptor, intimidator, menace, pickpocket, needs rim, needs chef. That's about it. Elite perimeter defender, maybe the best perimeter defender in the game, and super solid on the interior as well. A good block rating, good dunker, good shooter, really good speed and excel. Ray Allen base as well, even on normal, is so smooth, pretty quick, and really easy to green. Kawhi Leonard dribble style is the same as fundamental as well, which is better than a power or a slasher or a base or things like that. So it's nice to have the ability to create his own shot a bit, especially with the Hall of Fame quick first step. And he is an elite backup 3 in my team right now. About 55,000 MT. I think it's worth it for a guy like Kawhi Leonard. And then we get to the final 2 spots on the team, which admittedly, a little bit slightly more budget options, but Lamar Odom can still compete at a super high level for a really reasonable price. Lamar Odom, 10 hoffs, include a bunch of finishing badges, ankle breaker, downhill hyperdrive, quick chain, quick first step, triple threat juke, and chase down artist. Another card that's pretty complete besides like a rim protector and a limitless spot up. Really good defender on both the perimeter and the interior, dunks at a high level, solid shooter, and solid athlete. Just another really good all-around card, fundamental dribble style, PG release, which may not be the fastest jumper in the world, but it's really smooth, really easy to green, and definitely not slow. And he's only 17,000 MT. A backup 4 who's 6'10", has really good size. He's just Thorough Bailey, but not quite as good. But for 17,000 MT, he is so worth picking up. And then finally, at the backup center, we have Serge Ibaka, who is a absolute beast, the best diamond center in the game, easily in my team right now. 6'10" with a 7'4" wingspan, so he doesn't have the craziest of size, but does have nice long arms, hotspots from both corners, 7 hops, include limitless, posterizer, set shooter, intimidator, pogo stick, post lockdown, and rim protector. He has some of the best defensive stats of any center in the game, incredible on the interior and solid on the perimeter. Needs badges like a quick first step, a bailout, a pick dodger, but that's about it. Already comes with limitless and sniper in his shooting badges, which is absolutely phenomenal for a big. 95 driving dunk as well, solid speed, really good shooter, one of the fastest jumpers in the game for any big man, which is this jump shot 26. Even on normal timing, it is so fast and so easy to green. And he is just that guy who's going to be an elite interior defender, elite rebounder, and an elite catch and shoot guy. Only 7,000 MT, maybe the steal of the team overall. And as y'all can see, this is the type of team that I think you could legitimately take into a competitive tourney and have a chance to succeed if you are a high level player. This team is absolutely phenomenal. All costs about 470,000 MT in total, which is definitely a pretty penny, but falls decently short of that 500k. And like I said, there are a lot of elite free card options you can use to supplement players in this type of team as well. But this is a great squad that you can build for a super reasonable price, and hopefully this video does help you out a lot. And if it does, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back for 2K content very, very soon. I appreciate y'all. Peace.